Shalom. Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Makal Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and other bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that tell us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the Aquath that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,001 third, the hopeful elect of Israel. From the brother slash elder, shalom and salutations to you all. I want to bring to your attention, all right, this phrase, the global south. Okay, what is the global south? I typed this in, the global south. And we should all know this. If you don't know it now, you will know, right? Because, for example, when you say the East, it's a lot. You got the East, you got the West, you got the global south. You got the West and you got the global south. Who is the global south? Well, it don't include Babylon the Great. I was thinking about entitling this lesson, Babylon the Great versus the global south. So anyway, let's play this. Let's play this. This is Salakia.
If you want to drop your audio,
Bear with me. This is a business standard 1 year again. Let's get a little information on the global south. Take it away.
The current chair, South Africa, declared its.
Here we go.
The term Global South is increasingly finding echo in global summits. At the BRICS summit held in September this year, the current chair.
So we're already dealing with BRICS. Global South, we're already dealing with BRICS, which is a whole different system, a parallel system, if you will, at the moment, which has quickly overtaken the system that's in place now. So what do you think? Where do you think this phrase is leading?
Africa declared its goal was to advance the agenda of the Global South. For the United Nations Global.
Let's hear that again. Whose intention is to advance the agenda of the Global South? Listen to this.
Finding echo in global summits. At the BRICS summit held in September this year, the current chair, South Africa, declared its goal was to advance the agenda of the Global South. For the
Okay. So why isn't this term or this phrase more widely known? The Global South, because over there they use it. So this phrase is being suppressed. The Global South. They don't want you to believe that exists. But here it is, Morandi, right? All of these talking heads, they use that phrase all the time, right? The generals, the Global South, our generals, this guy, McGregor and you know, who's this guy? They use the phrase all the time, the Global South, the Global South. Well, get ready to hear this, all right? Phrase more often. Why? Because it's the Global South against Babylon the Great, really, and all her slutty
nations
minions.
Global South is some sort of shortcut to refer to developing countries. The Global South nations have a relatively low level of economic and industrial development and are typically located to the south of more.
Look at all the Hamites. Hamites are in on the Global South. That ain't Jake.
Realized nations. However, the traditional list of nations that make up the Global South is vague, considering that these nations are now spread across a large spectrum of economic development. Global South replaced the term Third World post-Soviet Union.
There it is. Global South replaced the term Third World. I don't totally agree with that. Let's see that. This is important, all right? Because this is what do they call that as words decay or gain new meaning? New speak. Okay, this is new speak.
South replaced the term Third World post
New speak. So lucky. Bear with me.
of economic development. Global South replaced the term Third World post Soviet Union dissolution in 1991. Third World garnered negative connotations linked to poverty and instability. Consequently, Global South emerged as a neutral alternative.
Woo!
Global South does not have a precise geographical boundary. It denotes
Stop. Nigger. Niggers are at the head of the global south. Oh, no, 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 no. Azerbaijan. IJN. JIAN. Azerbaijanis are at the head of the globe. Well, the niggers are. All right, anyway. Slovakia.
shared political, geopolitical, and economic.
So you get an idea, all right, of what they're hiding. Who would want to hide the emergence of the global south? Well, it would be the West, right? Let's get a definition from the good old nigger work song. Give us a good old nigger work song. Uh, from good old Wikipedia. The global. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say about it. The global south wiki. Wiki. The global north angle. See how Esau got to fucking distract you. What the fuck is the global south, nigga? See, he won't let me click on it. See this? Yeah, let's redirect it. No, no. I didn't ask for that. So why did that come up? You're not gonna give me the global south, are you, Wikipedia? You see that? I didn't ask for that. What does this say? Oh, but no, you gotta throw. This is see, you gotta understand what's before your eyes. You gotta have spiritual discernment, right? Look at this. According to UNCTAD and Development, okay, well, let's go and let's see what they say. Are terms that denote a method of grouping countries based on their defining characteristics with regard. Okay, so here, global north is that what's in blue, and then that's the global south. Okay, but the point that I'm making, right? They don't call this the fucking global north. They call this the global south. They call this the world, right? All you need to know about nigga is what we determine that the world is, which is right here. Don't pay attention to nothing else, nigga. Okay, you're a nigga right here. You leave here, motherfucker, you're a king. But right here, you is my nigga. And you can't leave because you're under lock and key. Right? They open up the graves or whatever. Yeah. Okay. According to UN Trade and Development, the global south broadly comprises Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean. You what? So the global south broadly comprises you Israelites, right? Look at this. Africa, where there's still a bunch of us left over here. If you read this verbatim, oh look, excluding you niggas, Japan, what? Asia excluding, and Oceania excluding Australia and New Zealand. Huh, Oceania. Oceania is a geographical region including Australasia, Australasia, Melanesia, woo, Melanesia, Melanesia, Oceania, Micronesia, Polynesia. I need to melanin. Yeah, I need to study Oceania. Anyway, yeah. Oh, what a tangled web we weave, right? Most of the global South countries are commonly identified as lacking in their standard of living. Shithole countries, right? If you will. Slovakia, just bear with me. I'm trying to suss this. Which includes having lower incomes, high levels of poverty. Let's talk about Jake. High population growth. This is a by. This is how you describe a byword. We got these niggas on the ropes. Look at this. Most of the global South's countries are commonly identified as having the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel enslaved in them. And we're putting hell on them because our time is short, because we know that Yahushua is coming to save these niggas very shortly. You see this? Identified as lacking in their standard of living, which includes having lower incomes, high levels of poverty, high population growth rates. This is Jake. The more that they persecute us, the more we grow in number. Inadequate housing. Who's this talking about? Limited educational opportunities and deficient health. Who is this talking about? All the plagues of Egypt, among other issues, among all the other plagues that are still lingering on Jake, about to be transferred to our enemies. Additionally, these countries are characterized by their poor infrastructure. This is Jake. The ghetto, where the Jews dwell. Opposite to the global south is the global north, where everything good dwells, where white Jesus reigns supreme and everything is good. So there's your definition of the global south and the global north, which you'll never hear anything about the global north. They don't want you to know about that. They don't want you to know about the global south. But here's what's going on. The global south scored victories in the last few days. In the last few days. Okay, so anyway, all your adversaries, let's get that. All your adver, every one of them, that's not us. Not that one, gainsay. Let me see. Nah. It's likely the same one I'm looking for. Let me go straight. Obadiah. Or AH. 1. How about Obadiah 1? That's a safe. What I heard a brother say the other day. Obadiah 2. He caught himself real quick. Obadiah 2. 2 and, let's see. All your adversaries. Salak. I can't read it unless it's in the KJV. Oh. All the men. Let's get this. Let's suss this out. Obadiah 1 and 7. All your allies. Okay? The men that be at peace with thee. All the men of thy the men that were at peace with thee. Okay? Vlad, and we're not talking about Donald Trump in particular. We're talking about the Carter. See, let's see. Who was the president? It was the Carter, right? Who was the Carter? Right? In the 1980s, in the 1970s, the people of Iran, right? They called the U.S. president. They called the U.S. president the Carter because at the time Jimmy Carter was the president. So they thought that Carter was the name of the office. So they called uh, when Ronald Reagan was coming in. They thought that Reagan was the Carter. He's the new Carter, right? Which he was the new Carter, but he would have been the Reagan, if you will. But he's the president. So even the term or the phrase the Carter, right, termed by the Iranians back in the 1980s, shows you how far back this fight, if you will, right? The Carter. So today, Donald Trump would be the Carter, if you understand the logic, okay, in the Wayback Machine, if you will. So the Shah or the Ayatollah, right, or the Caesar or the Czar, these are titles, right? So they thought that Carter was a title instead of the guy's name. Anyway, that's how far back this beef. It goes way back before that, but that was when the revolution came about. Anyway, all your allies at one point in time, the Shah, Iran, Persia, was an ally of the United States. At one time, Iraq and Saddam Hussein were against the Persians in the 1980s. Okay? During that time, they were giving Saddam the weapons of mass destruction and the mustard gas and whatever they were giving him. And what happened? Obadiah 1 and 7, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you and won't even let you know about it. This is what you were doing. Donald Trump, they will promise you peace while plotting to deceive. Hey, let's go have these peace talks. Remember you did that the other day? Yeah, let's go have these peace talks. They're doing the same thing to you. All of them. Even the ones that you think are on your side, like the Canadians, your mother, the Brits, your trusted friends will set traps, and you won't even know about it. Okay? Europeans are mad at Babylon the Great right now. The Europeans, they see what Donald Trump, they're like, we hate this motherfucker Trump. Okay? All it takes, right? Let's go back to this real quick. They have that cool diagram that I'm not going to find. It's a lot.
If you're having trouble sleeping, you got to stop sleeping on magnesium. I'm Daniel, the founder of Organics Ocean, and magnesium is a mineral that can help.
Fuck, I don't know what that is. It's long, get bear with it. What the hell is magnesium? Must be way over here. Yeah, I don't know where that is. Yeah. Skip that. This is a new one. What is the? Oh, this is the same one. Let me get that picture back. Salakia. Bear with me. It's a really good picture. This. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That pretty much explains it. Look at this. This explains it. Matter of fact, I'm going to use this. What is the global south? All right. So here comes the global south. All right. Where were we? Mexico was at one with you. Shit, Greenland. Who else? El Salvador. Panama was at one with you. Uh-oh. What's this? Let's see. Yeah, it's going to go down bad, man. Okay. Obadiah 1 and 7 in the King James. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. They have and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in him. Let's get burn her with. This is specifically, where's Europe? Right in here. Here's Europe. Right? So you see the blue here? All the blue. And this right here. These are the main guys that are going to shoot them missiles on you. You're going to have Vlad and them, Xi and them, Kim and them. They're all going to shoot them missiles right over here. Okay? Hell, Bibi Netanyahu going to shoot it. anyway, yeah. Yeah, you can see it right here. Salakia. Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, right? 10 horn is the EU. Some strong and some weak. These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked. Expose that bitch. Lift up them skirts. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right? So, yeah. Got to know what the global south is. This phrase. All right? That's basically what I wanted to bring out. The global south. All right? And they won't even, I mean, it told you what it is, but they made sure you understood what the global north is, too. According to UN Trade and Development, the global south broadly comprises Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean, Asia, Oceania, Asia and Oceania. Okay. Asia excluding Israel, Japan. Why excluding Israel and Japan and South Korea? Because we own those lands, right? All right, anyway. Australia and New Zealand, we own those lands. Oceania. What is Oceania? All the islands? And then it goes on. Look at this. It's crazy. Let's see, according. Opposite to the global. Yep. Can I copy this? Let's see. Damn. So lucky. I should go ahead and close out. According to, let me see. No. Copy. Okay. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Let me see. Yeah, we hope that the elect are edified. All right. We're getting close to this. Shalom.